local TV news. At her birthday party 2 weeks later, I saw she had covered the bald spot with a large artificial flower. It was hideous, but we mentioned it only behind her back. Since the opening of the swimming pool in Turnhout City Park in October 2005, it has never stayed open for more than 3 months at a time. All sorts of peculiar defects keep leading to temporary closures, from subsidence and system malfunctions to biblical scenes of its water transformed into milk. The exorbitant cost and flawed design of the new swimming pool soon caused a scandal in the region. 10 million euros had been spent on it, and it never seemed to be open. The regular swimmers were left with a lot of unanswered questions. Above all, whether their annual membership fee would be refunded. At the time, the whole controversy surrounding the swimming pool largely escaped my attention. Less than 4 years later, in 2009, after repeated electrical failures and water leaks, it became painfully clear that the swimming pool would have to close its doors for good. But by then, I was studying 95 kilometers away in Kent and had other things on my mind, such as world literature and severing my ties with the past. I went swimming once a week in the sublime Art Deco pool by the Leo River in the heart of the city. The boggy terrain of my hometown and all the forces pulling me back there were gradually releasing their hold on me. But the Turnhout swimming pool was being sucked in, quite literally. Below the swimming pool was the boiler room. At an imperceptible yet steady pace, the room was sinking deeper and deeper into the marshy ground. The electrical system's safety sensors, 3/4 of the way up the walls, were ultra-sensitive, but not in the most strategic position. They detected leaks from the pool above, but not the rising water from below. The sensors were too high up to be activated until the water had almost filled the room. Well, before that, the boiler and the other machines could be waterlogged beyond repair, and the swimmers above could be electrocuted. Of course, the pool regulars and other taxpayers had their theories about the closure, but the local authorities were savvy enough to keep the sinking boiler room out of the news. Instead, the public debate focused on a confusing multitude of ever-changing technical issues. In October 2009, a banner was hung above the entrance to the pool. Temporarily, permanently, closed for maintenance. This unaccommodating announcement seemed designed to permit the authorities to say, "We told you so," no matter what the future might bring. In the months that followed, all sorts of investigations took place into ways of improving the electrical system. There were visits from one expert after another. Cost estimates were made and remade, late-night meetings convened, all in the hopes of finding a new reopening date. And sure enough, in January 2011, after being closed for 1.5 years, the swimming pool reopened. The new era lasted only a few weeks. In April, the banner was retrieved from storage with a slight adjustment. Permanently closed for maintenance. How often did I swim there myself? Not often enough to justify the significance this lit de piscine now holds for me. In my defense, you often don't know until after the fact what you should remember, and by then you're stuck with the things you would rather have forgotten, and vice versa in this case. Nonetheless, my first sight of the new swimming pool is still etched in my mind. It must have been the first summer after the opening, July 2006. I am only 14 years old, and venturing out unchaperoned for the first time. Through my red bikini bottoms, my swelling hips are starting to show. My top is an orange polyester triangle, the sharp ends pointing down at my exposed navel. On the inside of my wrist is a tribal stick-on tattoo from a bag of chips. I want a new bikini like Ava's, with high leg bottoms and 2 separate pockets on top, one for each of my non-existent breasts. Ava is playing with Max in the water nearby. Her bikini top is a size B with underwire. Max is a chubby 10-year-old boy from her neighborhood with a cute freckled face and a mischievous smile. When he's bored, he tries to touch us in places that don't really interest him, but that he knows embarrass us.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.